Hey guys, Marcus Tuttle, Simplified Home Sales. Today I'm going to talk to you about something a little bit serious and something that I hope I can encourage you to share. And it is about the fact that young people and people on the lower end of the financial spectrum are not achieving home ownership, and some cases, many cases, being frozen out of the real estate market because of many reasons: inflation, competition from corporate home buyers that are understanding that there is going to be increasing need for rental properties across the United States. But it represents a real shift. I think that there are only about 29% of young people, 30-year-olds, entering the housing market when it should be about 40% at this time. So this confluence of events has caused people to not be able to start home ownership. And the reason I'm telling you this is because it's important. The average net worth of somebody that owns a home is about $300,000, compared to people that do not own homes. The average net worth is about $8,000. Quite a difference. And the reasons are varied, but compared to other countries that have safety nets, social safety nets like free education, free healthcare, very good national insurance. For example, Germans don't have the need to save and amass wealth, but the reason that we are pursuing wealth in the United States is because it's not accessible to everybody. Healthcare, education, housing, there's a deepening divide, starting with just the increased profits and increased salaries of corporations. They're faced from their shareholders to achieve profits at any cost. Don't get me wrong, I love capitalism, but for example, the average factor of the CEOs compared to the average workers was much less. For example, it might have been 50 or 70 times the average worker's salary in 50 years ago, 40 years ago. But now they're like 500, 600, and 700 times. I just see this deepening gap. I'm not an economist. I just kind of connect the dots. But what we have at our disposal is to seek home ownership and seek wealth for the hard times and the times we're going to need to lean on our resources whenever wages aren't sufficient enough, whenever there's not enough jobs, whenever we have to pay out of pocket for healthcare insurance. So we need to think about, and one direct way is to start achieving wealth. Whenever you do get a mortgage and pay 10 and 20 and 15 years into a mortgage, it's a place to live, and perhaps less than it would be to rent. But I believe that it represents some type of forced savings account whenever the real estate market here in the United States is very, very stable over the past, I don't know, however long we've been recording the housing data. It's been a very stable vehicle to put money in. I won't call it an investment if it's your primary residence, but I hope that you can perhaps share this with somebody that is thinking about home ownership or wondering whether or not to do it. I think it's a clear reason to start investing in real estate and get a personal residence. There are local bank programs for down payment assistance. There are people with housing vouchers that actually are offered a path to home ownership. I'm not saying it's going to be easy, but I'm just trying to make the case of how important it potentially could be in lessening the divide between the haves and the have-nots, because we can't rely on our political system that is increasingly lobbied by influential and well-funded lobbyists to not push down on corporate profits. So you can say about it what you will. It has represented since the 80s some kind of vicious or virtuous cycle without any kind of headwinds pushing it down. It's just been allowed to run away with itself with the gulf between the haves and the have-nots. And I think a attainable way to combat this is to buy a house. That's just one way to do it, and I have templates regardless of where you are in the country. I can offer my assistance if you want to work with me directly, or you can just utilize the templates that I've put all on my website for you to understand how to achieve a goal to succeed in real estate with some very simple project management methods. So reach out to me. I hope you understand the case that I'm making for homeownership, and to get young people and people that are on the lower end of the spectrum, people previously excluded from this avenue toward homeownership, to rethink it and do the hard work in order to achieve homeownership. All right, this is Marcus Tuttle, Simplified Home Sales. I hope I can earn a share from you to somebody who might be in need of this topic or in need of housing. Thanks a lot. I'll see you next time.